Okay, this will be our final review, and I also want to highlight a few things that you need to be aware of before you leave. I would like to say thank you to everyone that has kept up. There's only been a few people that have lagged behind, and that's amazing considering there are 48 students in this class, and I've only had to work with maybe 4 that, got a little distracted or trailed off here or there. So that's remarkable. So thank you, every one of you, for keeping up with this and doing your best to keep up with this. Now, if you're interested in taking Art History 2, or if you know someone that needs this credit, you don't have to take Art History 1 to take Art History 2. We just started a different time period, so you can tell them that. The classes are full right now. If you click on the home page, searchable class schedule, and I will move it over here, and you go to the spring and hit submit and click on art and class search, and you will see everything that I'm teaching. Unfortunately, right now I am the only art teacher, so we are limited to as many art classes as I can teach. I am teaching, so they're all packed right now because of the pandemic. We have more students signing up for school. But I do teach Art History 1 next fall and Art History 2 next spring in the fall. If you're interested in taking that or continuing the study, we start with the 14th century and go all the way up to the 21st century. So there's more to that story. So that's the art history. And like I said, they're full now, but they do, when we get closer to the spring semester, they will be purging every week, which means if a student hasn't paid their bill, they're automatically dropped from the class, and then somebody else can sign up. So be aware of that. And so if you want to get into the class, you can check back at that time and sign up very quickly. You got to keep, usually it's a Monday or Tuesday they do that, so you can check and see if there's an opening there. Right now, they're completely closed. When you click on this, it shows you. Right now, it's full. There's no remaining seating. It'll tell you if there's some remaining seats. So there's no remaining seating for that. But like I said, they do purge. If 48 of those students have not paid their bill, there's going to be at least 1 slot open. Foundations of Art is another core class, which means anybody can take it. And this is like art history. We do study the history of painting and the history of photography and so on. But you get to do some of the projects. So we apply what we learn in there. So that's another popular class. It's full, but again, if you wait until the end of the semester. I teach Foundations of Art in the spring and the fall, and it is a nice core class that even gen ed majors can take. It's open to anyone. The art major classes are Drawing 1 and Painting 1 this semester. Now, there's only 2 slots left in painting, but you need to be comfortable with drawing in order to sign up for painting. There's 2 prerequisites to this class. If you want in, you can contact me. But the first thing I'm going to ask you is, are you comfortable with drawing? And if you're not comfortable with drawing and you sign up, you're going to have a struggle there. So drawing is the prerequisite to painting, and the drawing class is full right now. And my guess, and I think they're all art majors in there, so that's not, nobody's going to be dropping that class. You can check, I think there is one gen ed major in there that might discover that it's in Wharton. The drawing and the painting classes are both on the Wharton campus in Wharton, Texas. So it's a face-to-face class. We will social distance. The easels are spread out. But yes, we have a studio there, and you can meet face-to-face on Tuesdays and Thursdays, either for the painting class or the drawing class. So that's what I will be teaching in the spring. I also teach in the computer science group under the visual communications department. So digital imaging, which is a course in photography, I'll be teaching that. There's still some spaces remaining So you can sign up for that. It is online, so you're going to need to have your own camera. So be aware of that. It needs to have manual features too. So photography is at usually at the Sugar Land campus, and I teach that every semester. But because of the pandemic, it's online for the fall. For the spring. Okay, so that's just a little bit of that. Now, back to our class and the review for the final exam. I believe the final exam, there are 50 questions on the final exam, true and false and multiple choice. And most of the questions, here's a big hint. Here, this alone is worth listening to this video. There's a good chance that you'll recognize some of the questions on the exam. It's comprehensive, meaning it's over all chapters, chapters 1 all the way to chapter 11. However, I pulled a few questions off of each exam you've already been drilled over. No, I do not open the exams. That's illegal. Do not ask me to open the exams for a review. That is highly illegal. It's called cheating. So I will not open the exams for you, but at the same time, you've got all the keywords, and the keywords are your shortcut. So of course, this is clouded now, so you can focus on these last units here. But I will open, after we finish exam 3, I will open unit 1. So you can review the slideshows, and the slideshows are your shortcut to what you need to know on the exam. So that's what you want to study, is these slideshows and your key terms. And you want to review all those discussion questions, because remember, the discussion questions repeat what's on the slideshows, which repeats what's in the book. And so it's repeat, repeat, which of course repeats the key terms. So it's all repeat, repeat, repeat. So if you review all this stuff, it really is a good way of studying for the exams. So you notice wide variety of animals. It's a subject matter that you find in prehistoric art. And we talked about a lot of key terms. We talked quite a bit about Stonehenge. So Stonehenge might be on the exam, especially maybe the purpose of Stonehenge. We talked quite a bit about sculpture in the round and modeling, key terms like that. So study your key terms for it. And of course, all your slideshows are listed under each unit. So you just find them here, and like I said, you'll have access to that after exam 3. So study these key terms, and when I have stuff in bold, yeah, when I have stuff in bold, that means it's important. It might be on the exam. It might be one of the exam questions I pulled. So I tried to give you a shortcut review when I created these slideshows. So this is all my writing here. So I went through, I tried to put as much in bold as possible. Not all the words are in bold. Sometimes we referred to them before, or other times there was a reason why I didn't put it in bold. So study this information. It is not a lot to read. It is not a lot to read at all. And it is your shortcut for it. So, you know, like some of these answers, I love the videos. Ishtar Gate will be on there. Ishtar Gate will be on there. So will ziggurats. Ziggurats will be on there, right? First pyramidal structures were your ziggurats, and they were more like a city fortress. I think I have a ziggurat on one of these. The votive offerings that we just passed, that will be on the exam, right? Votive offerings. And remember, it changes. So each time, you know, not everyone's going to get the same exam. So remember that. But it's 50 questions, multiple choice, and true and false. Now I know if you didn't listen to this review and I get that question, I know you didn't want, I'm going to ask you to watch the review. So again, thank you very much for taking this class and doing such a good job. I actually have quite a few A's in here, and I'm very delighted about that. Hopefully, we'll get some more A's in here. You need to check your grades and make sure everything's accurate. I had to go through and plug in some zeros, and I know at least one student, they accidentally got in a zero even though they did the work. All they did was write to me, show me that they did the work, and tell me where it is in the discussion area. I check it, and then I give them credit. It takes two of us, especially with Blackboard, to check. So make sure you've gotten credit for all the work you've done. I've tried to leave comments if it was late or anything like that. And of course, you know when you post, it's going to tell me if it's late. So try to keep up with these final discussion questions. We've gotten quite a few on the discussion boards for them. I tried to move them to the top. And as you can see, there's people posting on the other ones here. So review the discussion questions. That's also designed to help you. And you've got your terms from your key term list that will be on there. So hopefully you'll be all set. Thank you very much. Thank you for dealing with the pandemic, and I hope I see you in the future. Bye now.